Welcome to the Ministry Pivot Podcast with Russell St. Bernard, a podcast designed to assist leaders as they seize the season of opportunity by pivoting toward it. Let's get started with today's episode.
Hey family, Reverend Russ, super excited to be back again with another Ministry Pivot. Been a couple weeks, just been doing a lot. The Lord has been kind, super thankful. Been able to travel and been able to lead. We had a great time a couple weeks back. My wife and I with our marriage session, we over me. It was super awesome. Excited for you all that were able to be in the room. Excited about what we're going to do with that and how the Lord is going to lead with that. Again, thank you for getting on to Ministry Pivot. Whether you are watching now, listening now, many of you listen now, whether you're listening later on, whether you're at the gym. I really just am excited that we are in partnership, I feel, because we know that this is our season of opportunity. All we have to do is pivot. That's right, toward it. I wanted to spend a few moments. Don't forget to share, like, to subscribe. Don't forget to comment out. Don't forget to save this podcast so that you can get other ones. And of course, don't forget to be in dialogue with me and with the team here at Ministry Pivot. You can do it on all of our platforms. Just follow us, copy, and message us. But I wanted to spend a couple of sessions really talking through culture. I've been traveling and been leading, and God has been kind for me to be able to share around, of course, Clifton Strengths. If you all talk, you know that we've talked about that before. If you need to know what your strengths assessment is, please let me know. Super excited about the way in which leaders are engaging with me really across the country on that now. And so super excited about that. But as I've been doing it, as I've been able to share with some colleges and universities, been able to share, of course, with some churches, been able to share with several businesses. One of the things that comes top of mind that we also have to deal with is culture. That's right. I said culture. The culture that is inside your organization, the culture that you honestly create, the culture that not only you create, the culture that you sustain, the culture that you are feeding. We'll talk about those in the next podcast to come, but I really just wanted to outline and talk about the fact that there is a culture. And the question is, how are you managing? How are you growing? How are you creating? And really, what is the culture of your organization? What's the culture of your business? What's the culture of your nonprofit? What's the culture of your church? What's the culture of your family? Even your family has a culture, has the things that we accept, has things that we don't tolerate, has things that we embrace, has things that we push toward, has things that we celebrate. We're going to talk about that too, but I really, just in the next couple moments, didn't want to spend a whole long time on this. This is pretty much just us getting ready, and I really want you to think about your culture because as we come back in the next session, I really want to dive in to talk about how you create a culture. But for this one, I really want you to think about the fact that everything that happens inside your organization is really a byproduct of the culture that has been set up in the organization. How people act, what people do, what time they show up, what time people leave, how people engage in meetings, how people don't engage in meetings, how people set meetings up is a culture where for a meeting you have to have an agenda and a PowerPoint, or is the culture that for a meeting, I just set a meeting and because I got a thought on my mind and I want us to talk about it. But there's no outline. And not saying that there's a right or a wrong way because your culture works for you. Your culture is something that is important for you. But I really want us to understand. I really want you to understand that all of that is a part of your culture. And so I really want how people respond. I wrote here what people expect. One of the things that I love when I go to certain restaurants, as I've been able to travel, one of the things I love when I go to certain restaurants is the culture that the staff give me before I even walk in. The staff makes me understand if the sign says, please wait to be seated, or if there's a person at the door to seat me, or if there's nobody there, or if there's not anything in seemingly order that happens in that space. It's a culture, and the staff is already communicating what that culture is. And it's been created by those who, whether they are willingly or unwillingly know it, by those who set up the establishment, the business, the org already, because people know what to expect by the way the culture is outlined. One of the things that I do want to say, it's an old quote, I believe Andy Stanley said it, is that if you don't understand how it works, then you won't understand how to fix it if it breaks. So, one of the reasons why culture is super important is because if you don't know why it's working well, if you don't know why things are going well, if you don't know why things are moving in the way, and obviously we know, being people of faith, that God moves through all things. And so there's a God factor that we can't duplicate, and we thank God for that. We can't move around, and we appreciate that. But there are also system things that we can analyze, that we can evaluate. Because again, I think that quote from Andy Stanley is super important, because if it breaks and you don't know why it was running good, you're not going to know how to fix it. If it breaks, you're not going to know how to tweak it if something goes wrong with it. And all of those things are a part of your culture. All of those things are a part of what makes your culture good, what makes your culture great, what makes your culture your culture. And the truth is, and let me help you say this. Help me say this by help me help you by saying this rather, that one culture is not better than another culture. One way of doing things in an org is not better than another way of doing things in an org. What I simply want you to understand, though, is that your culture is the culture that you're thriving in, or it could be the reason that you may not be thriving. You may be having to move, but you should not look at your culture and look at somebody else's culture and say, "Oh, we need to do it like they do it." Because if you try to embrace somebody else's culture, you may want to embrace pieces of it. You may want to embrace parts of it that make sense for you because you appreciate parts of it. We do that. I do that all the time. But if you try to take someone's whole culture and make it yours, trust me, it's like putting on a suit that does not fit you. There will have to be some alterations along the way, or you're just going to be out there looking crazy because the suit does not fit the way it ought to fit you. And so you have to deal with it either way. Either you're going to be uncomfortable because it doesn't fit, or you're going to look wild because it doesn't fit. But my point in this short pivot that I wanted to talk about, and I really want to leave you with this, and I'm gonna come back with another one, really the first one, talking about how do you create a culture, or what things create a culture. But the first thing that I want you to get in this one is to understand and to embrace the fact that you have a culture, that you and your team have set up a culture, that you and your team have, and if you don't do anything, it's still going to be a culture. And the question is, what type of culture do you want to have? What type of way do you want people to see your organization, to see you? What type of way do you want people to feel about your organization, about you? What type of thing do you want your people and your organization to think that this is what we're striving for? So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you'll be able to think about culture. We'll be back soon with the next pivot that we'll talk through what it means to create culture, what it means to champion culture, talk about culture leaks and culture cracks, a couple of things that we'll work through. But for right now, I just want you to think about what type of culture do you have, and thinking about the ways in which you can embrace the culture that you have. Thank you all for getting on today. Don't forget, or today, tonight, whenever you're watching or listening, don't forget to like, comment, to share. Don't forget to send this out to somebody that may be in need of hearing this. And really, don't forget to understand that this is your season of opportunity. All you have to do is pivot toward it. God bless.
That's it for today's episode of the Ministry Pivot. We hope you enjoyed listening and gaining some valuable insight. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss out on our future episodes. And if today's show has resonated with you, please leave us a review to help others discover our podcast. For more resources and updates, visit our website at ministrypivot.com. And be sure to join our email list as well as follow us on Instagram at Ministry Pivot. Thanks for joining us today, and we're excited to have you back next time for another insightful episode of Ministry Pivot. Stay connected, keep pivoting. We'll see you soon.